Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Francisca Epale. I live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the vibrant multicultural city of Toronto. Happy Father's Day to all fathers and also mothers who act as fathers in their children's lives. Today, because it is Father's Day, I'm not going to talk about the power of observation, as I had mentioned yesterday. Today is Father's Day, so I will talk about how to turn a man on. On Mother's Day, I talked about the ideal number of children a married couple should have. So today I'm going to touch on a subject which deals with the men. It's only fair if I talk about a special topic on Mother's Day, I should also do the same for Father's Day. So I will mention 10 things that turns a man on. So this topic, how to turn a man on, I spoke today to my fitness coach, who is an Indian fellow. I have the task human, which is given to us by our job, and I use the program. So I have a fitness session with him. So I told him I have two topics in mind: how to get into a man's psyche or how to turn a man on. So I asked him, which of the two should I use? And he said the second one is more exciting. So the topic is how to turn a man on. Some of you might be wondering, what am I talking about? It's clean, nothing nasty, nothing dirty. Keep a clean mind. So the first thing that he told me, I asked him a few topics, and he said the first thing that turns a man on is respect. Men love respect, whether they are Asian men, African men, European men, American men, and any other. By respect, I don't mean the woman or the spouse or the girlfriend has to kneel down for everything she wants. You only kneel down to God, to a higher power. By respect, we mean when the man talks, you don't talk. Let him talk. Be polite. Do not embarrass. I repeat, do not embarrass your husband or your boyfriend in front of people. If you have domestic help, or if you have children, or if you have friends, or you are in the public, do not embarrass them in front of people. Men have their male ego they want to protect. I'll give you an example. A few years back, about 20 years ago, I was at a party in the United States, and the wife yelled at the husband, "This music is too loud!" And the man told her off, "Go and sleep." What the wife had to do, there was no cell phones in those days, write a note on a piece of paper and hand it to the husband. So because the woman yelled at him and embarrassed him, he also yelled back. I remember I have a friend who told me she had been married for 26 years, and one reason why she has been married so long until her husband passed away is because the information they gave them at the premarital session, they gave her 10 things that they should do on a daily basis. And she said one of the things that the pastor told her, never yell at anyone in the house. The only time you yell and raise your voice is if the house is on fire. So the yelling and screaming is disrespectful. The second thing that turns men on is business. Men like to talk about business. They like to talk about real estate, the bear market, the bull market, stocks, dividends, import and export, the oil rigs. They like to talk about business. It turns them on. The third thing that turns men on is politics. Men are so politically inclined. Sometimes when they're debating about politics, they will raise their voice because they're so engrossed in the politics. They love politics. I won't say all men, but many men. So this does not apply to all men, but to many men. The next thing that some men love is sports. Some men, when they're watching sports on television, they will scream and shout. And the wife sometimes, when the man is watching television, the wife might even pass in front of him and go out shopping and come back. He doesn't even realize that because he's so focused and engrossed in the sports. I know of one man, when his wife was ill, he told the doctor that he's going to take off 1 month so that he will be with his wife. So the doctor said, are you taking off 1 month to be with your wife, or are you taking off 1 month because of world soccer? He kept quiet. So you see, he took off a whole month vacation to watch soccer. So men like soccer, they like the Super Bowl. So if your man is involved in that and you know he loves it, do not disturb the man. That's being disrespectful. When he's watching his soccer match and he's so engrossed with his friends, do not disturb him unless it's an emergency, like somebody died or something. But try not to disrupt them. Next thing that men like is technology. They love technology. They like to fix things. They like to look at things, and that's why they have many of them who are engineers and IT specialists. It's a male-dominated field, but there are also women who are now doing it. Another thing which men like is investments. They like to talk about investments. As a matter of fact, Susie Osman is a financial guru, and she says the best way to handle your finances, when you have 100%, you live on 70%, 10% is tithe or charity, 10% savings, and 10% investment. So men like to talk about investment, how they're going to invest in the future. Men also like to talk about money. How much money do they make? How much more money can they make to support their family? Because a man feels very important when he makes enough money to support his family. If a man does not earn enough money or has been laid off, it bruises their ego. So when a man makes good money, he's proud of himself. They like to talk about money and how they can make more money and invest more money. Men talk about women. I interviewed my fitness coach this morning. He's an Indian fellow. I asked him, I'm going to ask you a question. Is your wife sitting next to you? He said, yes, but she will not mind. I said, okay, it's kind of a sensitive question, so I hope she will not. He said, no, she's cool. So I said, I hear that some men, when they go with a woman, when they sleep with a woman, they share it with their friends. Is that true? He laughed. He said, yes, some men, but not all. Depends on the maturity level of the man and he's religious. If he's a very staunch Christian and he's mature, he will not do that. Depends on the man. Some do, but not all. So be careful, ladies. So another thing that men like to talk about, responsibilities. Are they going to sponsor this child? Are they going to sponsor their nieces or nephews to university? So they like to share and talk about their responsibilities. It makes them feel more macho. And last of all, men like to talk about current events. In Toronto, we're talking about the mayoral debate. Elections will be coming up on June the 26th, 24th or 26th, one of them. So they are really engrossed into current events. Just like women love shopping, men love current events. So these are the few things that turn men on. So I hope you are not disappointed. Maybe you thought I was going to talk about something else, but I said I'm going to make it clean. The topic is kind of deceiving or maybe misunderstood the topic. So that is my spiel for today. Again, I'm wishing all of you happy Father's Day. Have a nice and productive week ahead. So next week, Saturday, I will talk about the power of observation. Thank you very much for listening. Bye for now.